Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the Hoover, a different aspect of it, just kind of like the narcissist thinking and all this. Because when the Hoover takes place, what do they say in their head? They come to you for cycle 1, they come to you for cycle 2, they come to you for cycle 3, 4, 5, 6. They say the average amount of cycles that you put in with a narcissist is 7, y'all. They will keep coming back to you, and it will be more than that if you don't wake up. And if you do wake up, continue to go down that road of being the sacrificial empath for the narcissist, then you can do that. But you're giving up your future. You're giving up all of your dreams. You're giving up everything, and you're going to turn into a punk. And I can't have you punk out like that, so that's why I'm here. I'm here to fill you with truth so that you will turn down the Hoover. So the narcissist will leave you, and they know after a while that as they're on their tracks, they they have a harem, So if you're the primary source of supply, that means that they're with you on a daily basis. That's because they need someone to siphon off to fuel their flame on a daily basis, somebody who's unawoke, generally speaking. But a lot of times once you wake up, you still stay with them for a time, as you gather yourself, as you come to a greater understanding and a greater passion, wake up and realize who you are and what you've been dealing with. Life is more than this. You have a greater value. You break the curse and you walk away. When you walk away, they end up destroying you because you don't have that fuel, that good fuel that keeps them all in line that they can toss on you. But see, they were tossing it on you and defeating you. It was causing defeat in your life on a daily basis. You cannot be around evil. You cannot be around naysayers. You cannot be around destruction and survive. That's why light cannot be with darkness. That's why they cannot mingle together. The darkness will overpower the light. If you choose to operate under disobedience to the Lord, that's the only place where it will overpower you, because it cannot overpower you at all when you put the power of the Lord and his might, behind it, or in front of it, all over it. That's what I'm saying. But you are uncovered. Your armor falls off of you. That, the armor spoken of in Ephesians, you lose it. It sheds off of you and you're wide open. You're a city without walls when you decide to hang out with a narcissist. And you know what you're doing, you know what you're in covenant with, and you continue down that road because you become a wolf in sheep's clothing. You become an enabler, and an enabler ends up being just as bad as the evil one. And the concept of living with a drug dealer partner and you're paying all the bills, so they can have a house and meals to eat and water to drink, paying for all that, you're enabling it, and you're part of whatever they're destroying when they leave the house. And when you enable a narcissist, you're backing them up. That's what you're saying. I'm on your side. When they don't even have your side. So about the Hoover, when you meet the narcissist and first they kind of respect you, and then, you disagree with them, you get in devalue mode, they start to get defunct on you. And then from then on out, they probably never respected you really. They just envied you because what they believe as respect would be envy. So it's always changed. Love to them is power and control. That's what if you ask them about love and they said, I do love, or I do understand love, they don't, but they would tell you it's power. That's what they believe it as, powers and control. And so, it's just, you got to understand that what they define as something is not the same as what you define it as. And sometimes you may hear clinicians even say this. But you have to actually define exactly what they mean by that. Now, they're probably not even going to tell you exactly what they mean by that. Sometimes they will. And you'll be looking at them like crooked because they might have just told you the truth and they don't even get that it's bad the way they explain it because they have no truth in them. When you've been with somebody for a long time and you can leave and come back to them, you become an open door, a revolving door, and they know that. They know that they got you wrapped around their finger, that they can leave, and they know that you love them. They know that they can come back and you're going to take them back every time. Okay? and they use that to their advantage. And it only stops when you decide it's over, when you decide to not take them back. When they come back and you tell them no. When you tell them no, it's like you end up having, a smear campaign run on you. Everything they did to you, they turn it into them being you. They're all of a sudden the victim. You were the victim before you woke up. You're a survivor and a warrior now, but you were the victim. So they do all this bad stuff to you, and then they flip it and they put your energy on. They wear it as their own. They throw their energy on you. You go out there and they bait you into a reactive argument, and you flip out, and then you look like the abuser, as they've been telling everybody, or you have anger issues. They're the ones with anger issues. They're the ones with hate. They're the ones that have been abusing you, using you, lying to you, cheating on you, stealing from you. Lying about you, telling you no truth. I mean, listen, anything that you think that they've been doing bad out there, or doing bad to you, or saying bad about you, I promise you that's only 10% of what's really going on, what's really being talked about. You see, it's almost like this: the narcissist knows everything about you, but can you tell me how much you know about them? Tell me, how much of their history do you know? How much do you know about them? You know very little, almost nothing. In fact, if you were asked, why do you love them? If you do love them, it's even hard for you to explain that, because a lot of this is spell work, and there's nothing there. How can you love something when there's nothing? You see, they're empty. How can you love emptiness? I mean, how do you put that into words? I love emptiness. I love hate. I love destruction. Let's define it. What do you love about the narcissist? Go ahead and tell me, because I'll tell you what you'll say. The only thing you can say is what they are. I love destruction. I love hate. I love anger. I love being cheated on. I love being stolen from. I love being used. I hate even talking about this like this, because I don't want to put those things on me. So I rebuke them, but you have to rebuke them on a daily basis, and you got to rebuke them when they try to come back to you. It's almost like in your mind and your heart, some things come into your mind and your spirit and stuff and try to tell you things, or try to get you to think it's okay to do something that's wrong. Okay, but you like it says in the word, you got to cast it down. This is flesh. This is all flesh. But behind all this is your spirit man. In a lot of ways, as we look at things with the fleshly eyes, the narcissists don't be tricked. As much as they are operating in the flesh, there's a thing that's using them behind them that sees everything in the spirit realm. And that's why a lot of us, a lot of individuals, I should say, they get destroyed, because they try to believe what the narcissist is telling them, and not looking at what the narcissist is doing. They try to rationalize with the narcissist instead of shutting up and looking at them and talking with your eyes, y'all. Like, get the hell out of there. So that's the thing. When it comes to a Hoover, the narcissist knows that they can come back whenever they want. They'll have you on a rotation, and they have to keep up with their harem. They have a bunch of other men, and for the women out there, a bunch of other women. They have to break up with you. If they're with you all the time, they have to see them once in a while, or else their harem will disappear on them. It's almost like this is how it works. It's almost like they're a regional or territorial salesperson for a company. And for that company, it's like, once they target you, you're kind of like a corporate office, and they have the contract, or they have the exclusive contract on your corporate office. That's what happens, So it's like they don't want nobody else messing with that corporate office, because that's their account. Okay, they have several accounts around town. You're one of them, and their other pieces and people in their harem are the other accounts that they have contracts with, exclusive contracts. And They're the salesperson. They run this region. Nobody else from that home, that the office they work from, can take over their region. That's where you become their property in their mind. You might as well just look at it like that. They'll never stop hoovering you. I mean, it'll get less and less, but they'll always eye you and they'll always try. You're always going to be in their mind property to them. They're always going to at least keep up with you in ways that you probably will never know, because they are running this region, and you are one of their contracts. It's almost like they got a hit out on you, a contract hit. That's how they're going to be. You're just going to have to accept the fact that they're going to try, but you have to be strong enough to know better. You're going to have to know, what is right and what is truthful, and walk towards it, and head towards the light and away from darkness, y'all. Because if you think that the narcissist is going to quit on you, but they're not. They slow down, and you may never know if you're built up enough. You may never hear from them again, but they're always gonna stalk you in certain ways. You just probably won't know. It'll probably be somehow viral on online, or somehow through the phone or social media, or through people that you know, and you may never hear about it. But you have to build your walls up and keep them up for the enemy at all times. You need to be vigilant, it says. And you need to have that armor on. And when you get with the narcissist, all your armor drops to the floor, because you're going into covenant with something that's evil, and God doesn't protect you when you go into covenant with evil. I mean, there is some sort of grace, but it's not something that you want to abuse, because the longer you get into something that's evil, you will become evil right along with it, and you will become unsuccessful right along with it. And all you can say about the narcissist is they're cheap. When you're living in lack and fear and regret, you're cheap. You're El Cheapo. I mean, there's not too many narcissists that really spend a lot of money. And if they do spend money, they spend it on themselves. And they have no money in their bank account because they spend it all on looking good. But behind that face, behind that mask, there's nothing. They have no money. They have, they might have a little bit of looks on, but that's the only thing that the devil gave them, was a little bit of seduction. Outside of that, they don't have anything. There's no love, no joy, no long suffering, no peace, no loyalty. You're always building your house on the sand, and it can end any day, and there's nothing but you are miserable right along with them. So at the end of the day, stay away from the narcissist if you want to walk in your destiny and your purpose and your true destiny and your true purpose, because the narcissist is nothing but a stick of dynamite to blow you up and to destroy you. So thank you for watching. If you can give me a like, subscription, and a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Until next time, stand tall, soldier up. Peace out. Love y'all. We out.